You were the only friend that came to me and encouraged me and loved me. Thank you.
Who you are and the life that you've lived and the impact that you've had on so many people.
Okay, Dave. I'm not sure I want to do this, but I will. So we met in November of '70, and I didn't like you because you were so argumentative. But we ended up getting married and having 4 great kids, and I'm really thankful and feel really blessed. You've always been a hard worker, and I really appreciate that. And you've taught our kids to work hard, and I see some of them being very much like you, and in all the good ways. And David reminded me that we never thought you'd see 75 years because of your heart attack in '48 and the 19 catheterizations, and we've been through a lot with you. But every morning when I wake up, I thank the Lord for you and for what you've meant and what you've done for me and our kids and your mom and everyone in the family. And I do enjoy seeing you at church, high-fiving kids and with your grandkids. I know how much you love them and little Mac and Stella. And I know you really love them all the same, but I'm just thankful for you and for the impact you've had on our kids' lives and mine. Love you and happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Pop Pop. My favorite memory is going to the store and getting peanut M&Ms.
Happy birthday, Pop Pop. I think my favorite memory with you is getting Cracker Barrel with you.
Happy birthday, Pop Up.
Happy birthday, Pop Up.
Happy birthday, Pop Up. Thanks for welcoming me to the family and telling me all about your notebook sales.
Happy birthday, Pop Up.
I say it was hard to pick one favorite memory about Pop Up, but I'd say consistently, the most consistent thing that I appreciate is me, myself, I have a huge sweet tooth and I love a good donut or a cinnamon roll, and it seems like every time we're down at the beach with him, there just seems to cinnamon rolls happen to show up Saturday morning or Sunday morning because he ends up at a bakery somewhere. So I really appreciate that. And then also one other time, we were also down at the beach and we went out and we were just throwing shot put with Stella, and he's like, oh, I'll show you guys how to do it. I don't think he's ever thrown shot put in his life, but he was like, I'll show you how to do it. And he does it, and he spins around one time, and then I don't know what happened, but he ended up on his side on the ground. We're like, no, what happened? And I forget what happened after that, but we were all like, what are you doing? So with that being said, happy birthday, Pop Up. It's been great being a part of your life the past 7 years or so.
Happy birthday, Big Dave. I bet you this wasn't on your roster today. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Big Dave.
So, Big Dave, it's been like 10 years, I think, since I know you. It's been great getting to know you, your family, seeing all your generations, hang out with all of our family. Fun times in Lewis, fun times at all the properties. So, it's been great. Congratulations.
My favorite memories with Pop Up are our gingerbread nights, and my second now favorite memory is having the surprise party when we spent the whole afternoon thinking that it was my birthday and it's not. My favorite things about Pop Up with the gingerbread night is just how he makes everybody feel welcome and love, and he lets me bring my friends and my boyfriend, and we just get to have fun with all the grandkids. And yeah, I love Pop Up.
Happy birthday, Dad. One of my best memories or funniest memories would be on my wedding day.
You organized the 1-800 Red Junk trucks that we used for the trip to the reception, and as we're going down the road we realized that we ran out of gas. So we had to pull over and we did a 1-800-GOT-JUNK wave on the side of 222 while they refueled all the trucks on our way to the reception.
True dad form, running out of gas.
Happy birthday, Pop Pop.
Happy birthday, big guy.
So one of my favorite things about Dave is, well, first he always reads our pantry whenever he comes to our house and looks for goodies. But also the M&M trees when we go shopping for Christmas trees. I think that's just a really fun tradition that he does with our kids and something that our kids will never forget.
I think my favorite memory of you, Dad, is when I tell the story. I've used it a couple different times, but I remember when I was struggling at that job on Fresh Valley Road, and it was getting pretty difficult. I was under like a lot of stress because it wasn't going right, and I was running this high reach. And then I just remember you driving up in that silver Bullitt car of yours, driving up over and pulling over, and that all that like stress and everything I was feeling at that time. Right then, I just felt like a sense of calmness or something like that. So I think that was something I always remember. You bring a sense of calmness and a sense of craziness at the same time. But thank you for all your times you encouraged us to push beyond probably wasn't realistic, and just pushing us to do the best and be the best people that we could be.
Hey Dave, just wishing you a happy 75th birthday. Favorite memory is just hanging out with you with Calvary Teens, and thank you for inviting me to join. That was great memories. Happy birthday.
Hello, Dave. Well, we've been knowing each other since I was 6 years old, and we have had a lot of times together. And growing up, you were there while I was so busy and in trouble all the time. And then as I became a young adult, we started to become friends. And I had the privilege of living near you and Peggy for 20 years, and that really helped cement our relationship. We call each other BFF. I like that, whether you mean it or not. And we certainly have had a lot of times together and fun times, and a few that weren't always so fun. But good memories all together. I feel like you are more a brother to me than a brother-in-law. And I really have been happy with how you and Peggy have grown over the years and the good relationship that you have, and I know that takes work, and I respect you for that. I like spending time with you. We always seem to laugh or make jokes or whatever the case might be. And so I just am glad that you made it to 75. We all did have some question as to whether or not you would, with all the different heart problems that you've had over the years, but God must want you still around here. And I know that we do, and Peggy does, and so I'm looking forward to several more years together. And one of these days you need to make a trip out to Ohio, and I know it's not you, it's Peggy. So Peggy, you need to go with them. And I do love you, and I pray that God will give you many more years to come, and that you will stay healthy and enjoy the life as you do. I do appreciate the fact that you laugh and you like to have fun, and that works for me. All right, take care.
Hey Dad, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. So thinking about something that's special about you, I think about when I was going through a pretty rough time a few years ago, and we were sitting at a picnic table, and I was just sharing from my heart about kind of the mess that I made, and you looked at me and said, you know, Kelly, life is messy, and you're gonna get through this. And I just really appreciated that, the honesty, the realness. And then the next morning you texted me this really long text, and so I can't say you would have done that when you were younger, but then as you grew, I really appreciated the way that you invested in my life, and just know that I love you so much. Even though I live in Pittsburgh, I think about you all the time. Happy birthday.
Hey, big brother, it's your baby sister. And my first memory of you, which you've heard this over and over again, and you conned me into it. When we were little, you told me the freckles on your back hurt. So this 8-year-old Lisa just had to rub Noxzema into them really hard and rub your back hard so you would feel better. Another good memory I have is when you were Billy Bigelow in Carousel. And we went up to Dad's Mountain and you practiced all your lines as Billy Bigelow and your songs. And of course, I thought you were singing to me. And I felt like I was in the show. And it was just a lot of fun times. And then Calvary Teens, where you had students, teenagers on the ground, wrestling them outside. Or in our backyard with sliding in the mud pit. You were always covered with mud.
So you took one of mine. Which was
okay.
When we first started dating, you weren't too sure about me and dating your little sister, his little sister. So I remember being in the kitchen at the sink and you coming up and teaching me what a fish hook was, taking me to the ground and pulling me around with a fish hook. That's my early memory of you.
So we love you, and thanks for being that big brother and carrying on the Christian legacy through the family. Love you.
Hey Dave, happy birthday. Guess what? I'm having the Dave Wise experience. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah, happy birthday. We just wanted to mention that we got to know the Wise family through our daughter, Amanda, who was really good friends with Kelly when they were in the teen group together. And the girls used to go to each other's houses and so forth. But the very best kind of memory we remember is that at one point the kids started getting married. And so every time we were at the same wedding together, Kelly had to be in a picture with Amanda's dad, and Amanda had to be in a picture with Dave Wise. So, and they had the same pose at many weddings. So that's kind of like our favorite memory of Dave Wise in those pictures at the weddings. So happy birthday,
Yes.
Dave. Happy 75th and many, many more.
We'll see you next month.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday, Dave. We really enjoyed our time here today with our reunion with so many people that mean so much to us, including especially your family. So, go ahead and share.
Yeah, just some special memories. Back in the days of Calvary Teens, it was just such a cool ministry, and just to see Dave, you as the leader, putting this all together, Calvary Teens, and just the traveling, the long Sunday afternoon practices when the kids learned the lyrics and everything to put together the traveling show that started to happen later on in the spring. And it was a really cool time. And that's pretty much when I first got to know you and Peg, and of course your mom as she played the piano. We got to know Colleen and just so many people from Calvary Baptist as we traveled, and just lots of road trips on the buses with Dick Dunkelberger, and just having your whole family together. And remember Jill sitting in her high chair eating at the fellowship meals as part of the teens, and Jonathan was a little toddler running around, and David was a preschooler, and just it was just a really special time, and just so glad that we've been able to build on that all these years and decades later, and just watch Christy and Kelly grow up together. And it's just been some fun, just really dear special times that we've had with you, Dave and Peg, and just it's been a joy to know you, and a pleasure, and just real treasure.
Yeah. Two things. One that is easy to remember, and it's not every year, but we've managed to go out to dinner in the new year or somewhere as close to the new year. So those are special memories for us. Enjoying a meal together on a regular basis, and taking that time to get away and get caught up. And my other memory, when I think of godly people that loved me, You're one. Maybe God takes some of the pain and the details of those pain away from us. So all I have is the sense of there were a couple of times when I was really hurting and really low. And you were the only friend that came to me and encouraged me and loved me. So thank you. You're a good friend. Sorry for the tears. But love you lots.
Happy birthday. Glad we could be here for your special day.
Yeah.
Bob,
Happy birthday.
we hope you enjoyed your party.
We got you.
At least we hope we got you. Hope you're not lying to us.
That would be bad.
I would say, you know, thinking about how long I've known you, which has been a very long time, over 30 years. And I think my favorite memory that I tell people is when we caught you eating dog treats because you thought they were cookies in the dog treat container at the house.
I mean, to be fair, you did catch me eating dog treats too.
Also
sometime.
true.
But mine at least were in the shape of cookies and in a really nice bag. So it must be hereditary or that we like dog treats.
Or you just like cookies.
Or we just like cookies. One of the two of those things is true. I'm not sure which one it is, but Dad, happy birthday. You know, 75 years. That's a long time. I mean, I definitely didn't think you were going to make it this long. We'll edit that part out. No, I'm just kidding. You've been a rock star to me and have just given me a great life and have helped me become the man that I am today. And I mean, there's been so many great memories, but we just love you. We're so thankful that you're in our life and that you've been able to, be there with us through the ups, through the downs, and we just wish you many more years.
Another 75 possibly?
Wow, that isn't long. I'm not going to be here in 75 years. So if you're here in 75 years, I would say, some of the things that mean the most to me is, when you're looking on Life 360 to see where I'm at and seeing that I'm driving and saying, hey, I need to call Dave because I didn't keep him awake because that, those long drives are when we think, I think of some of the sacrifices that you and Mom did, getting the SBA loan so that you could pay for me to go to Hillside because, that definitely probably changed my trajectory. Who knows where I'd be without that. You arguing with my teachers over giving me detention or schools are always fighting for me. And, helping me, launch Got Junk and sacrificing yourself, your time in running that. And then with OxyFresh and then now with Pinkies or just, no matter what we're doing. You're always there, you're always on our side, and you always have our backs. So, I love you. Thank you so much for your birthday.
Hey Dave, happy birthday. I'm glad I made it. I really appreciate you, man. You're a good friend to have. You got a good family. I just appreciate all that we can talk about. We can bounce stuff off, and you seem to roll with all the punches. Love you, man.
Happy birthday, Dave. My favorite memory is, I don't know how old we were, but there was snow outside, and you were making a slip and slide in the cow pasture behind the house. And you volunteered to stay up in the cow pasture with no cows, and you stumped the snow down in the width that you had planned and the length that you had planned. And you designated me to walk back to the house to fill up the buckets with water and bring the buckets to you, because you were the supervisor of this project. But I adored spending time with you. Happy birthday.
So, hi there, Dave. It's
Mr. Mark, and I'm going to take you back a few years, 1972. So I didn't marry your sister until 73, but 72, I was still getting to know you. And we decided to go on a canoe trip in the Adirondacks. And you had everything in control. You had all the food planned, a tent. And I remember we were at one of the lakes, and it's late afternoon, and I'm not sure why we had to go to the local dock with the little grocery store, but you insisted that we go. And we'll get back before it's dark. We'll get back before it's dark. Well, guess what? We came back in the middle of that lake, and it was pitch black, and there's motorboats flying around with their lights on, and we don't have anything to signal, hey, we're here, don't hit us. We made it back. It was nice, it was good. And then there's one other memory. I found out what kind of a daredevil you are. You remember that one day, during the day, we climbed some kind of a cliff, and I don't even know if I climbed it, but you did, and you basically dared everybody to dive into the lake. Of course you did. I did not. So, happy birthday. Good memories. See ya.
So, Dad, on your 75th birthday, pretty impressive number to get to. But just going back and hearing all these stories from friends and family about who you are and the life that you've lived and the impact that you've had on so many people, especially your family, my siblings, my grandkids, your friends, just an amazing man that you've become over time. And I just want to thank you for that, and just reminiscing on some of those stories. But another really big thing to me is just the people, the random strangers that maybe never have been able to say thank you to you, that you met at a coffee shop, or the kid. I think one of the great things that I've taken from you is looking for that person in the corner that isn't connected to anybody, who doesn't have a friend, doesn't have a person, and are just the loner in there and looking for somebody, and you're trying to get them, pull them in, and make them feel wanted. And I learned that when I was out with Bob Goff at the Oaks, and found that the big thing that I'm looking for is, am I wanted? And that's what I try to do, is pull other people in and make them feel wanted. And I get that trait from you. I get that from who you are, and it's an awesome trait. It's a superpower that you have. And I'm sure there's a lot of people who haven't been able to say thank you, and I want to say thank you for those people. But I love the stories, like when you were talking at that coffee shop, and that random old man who was like, hey, I'm a widower, and Thanksgiving or Easter is a tough time, and you're like, yeah, you should have seen this guy, Dave. I'm like, let's bring him over for Easter, and a couple hours later he's having Easter dinner with our family. I mean, that's an amazing story, and who knows, maybe it had a big impact, maybe it didn't, but it's a lot of those little steps. Or the kids coming to LCBC, you're getting them pumped up, or the leaders that came back week after week that you made them feel wanted. Or how at LCBC, when people walk through the door, you're making it a special place for them. You're making them feel welcome. You're thinking about the small details that make the big impact in making somebody feel welcome and having impact for the kingdom of God. You are that guy, God. You are that guy, Dad, and I love you so much for that. Happy birthday. Love you.
To you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Papa. Happy birthday to you.
Pickles!
So blow them out now?
Yeah.
No,